sponsored by Black Magic Design, the world's highest quality products for the feature film, post and broadcast industries. blackmagicdesign.com.
I'm here with John Patrick Shanley, the writer of The Wake. John, how does it feel to be here at Soho on opening night?
Well, it's kind of great to be in New York and to have the cachet of Soho. It's a very particular arty part of town, and we doing a play that's been turned into a film. It's just kind of an extra boot, an extra pleasure.
Can you talk about the premise of the piece and how it came about?
I've been at a lot of wakes in my life. I've been in a lot of open coffins, and I've heard the repartee around those coffins and participated in it myself. And so I thought it'd be interesting to do a piece about that, and with a sort of irreverent point of view. But it's also an invitation to contemplation, to be at a wake. And people say stuff they wouldn't say any other time. And I wanted to explore that too, and that's what I did.
Can you talk a bit about the characters?
Their main character is a guy named Guy, who's French and who's in America, almost specifically to see this dead man to make sure that he's dead, because there's no love lost between them. And the acrimony between them is about a dog. And there's a young man there wanting to pay his respects to somebody who's passed away who he knew, and they get into a significant conversation.
It was a play, now it's a film. What do you expect differently from the new adaptation?
Well, actually, so I gave this play to Dave Coleman because I'd worked with him as an actor, and I thought he was very talented. And he went away, and he made this film of the play that is incredibly inventive, filmic, and original. And I was blown away. I was like, because I've had other stuff of mine obviously done before, but this, I was like, this guy is truly artistic and has a great sense of humor at the same time. So it was a thrill for me.
How is this a different process from something like Doubt or a bigger, more Hollywood production?
Well, when I did Doubt, I wrote and directed Doubt, and I had done the play before that, and that's like a big support situation. We have a big crew and production designer that's working for months and all of that, and it's very realized in a different way, because you're doing this kind of level of verite, of believability, that you really need in a feature film of that kind. And with this, he found a way to take it to a world where anything was possible and still be true to the story. So I thought, this guy's special.
And what do you want audiences to walk away with? How do you want the impact to be for this?
Well, I'd like to think that people who come to see this film will go out and go to a couple of wakes. Preferably not mine.
I'm here with the stars of The Wake, PJ Adzima and Dave Coleman. Guys, how does it feel to have your film here at Soho?
Oh, it feels fantastic. It's lovely to share this amazing film with a New York audience. Working on an original Shanley script is really incredible, and bringing it home to NYC feels right.
Yeah, and I also think this theater in particular, I mean, it's an operatic theater. I saw The Master here in 70 millimeter, like 6 years ago. It's probably one of the best cinematic experiences of my life. So to be on the same screen as that is, I think we're over the moon.
Tell me about your roles.
So I play Randy. Randy at the Wake has never been to a wake before, has never seen a dead body. And so we follow him through the terror that is confronting death in person for the first time.
I played Guy. He's French. He's furious. He lost his dog, and he's here for revenge.
How did the project come to you? Like, how did you come to be a part of it?
Dave reached out to me, actually. He read the part of a very unassuming white man and thought, I know exactly who to call.
Yeah.
And I was very lucky enough to be brought onto the project, and have been unassuming ever since. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a one-act play that we had worked on in New York, maybe pre-pandemic, and about 5 years later, John thought maybe it'd be good as a film. I had seen PJ in a web series called Royally, and I thought he was just unbelievable, and I was really grateful he came out. We shot it out in LA, and he took a flight out and took time off Book of Mormon, catch PJ in Book of Mormon, where he crushes it. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to see Saturday.
That's right, yeah, come through, please.
What's the difference playing it for the stage and playing it on film?
That's a great question. We really played it. We really shot it and rehearsed it very much for the stage. It was really important to honor the piece as a stage piece originally, and it feels like it's the best of both worlds. You can really enjoy so much of the theatricalities of a piece like this while still using the medium of film. It's been really, really rewarding.
Yeah. I think it's a conversation I've had a lot with John recently is, the stage, the actions and the words, and cinema, it's visual, and the idea of lifting something that's really for the stage to a cinematic experience and a visual one. Specifically for this, we didn't change a syllable. I mean, we really committed to the challenge of this is not adapted for the screen. This is John's play. That's why our poster is actually the playbill, which I think is really flipping cool. I'm not going to swear. And what you're about to see is really the play on film.
Were there certain elements that they had to add to it to make it more cinematic type of thing?
Yes. Yeah, there's a sequence, let's just call it the train sequence, that's pretty cinematic, I would say. A little James Cameron, Spielbergian, if you will. Really special effect oriented, and it lifts the story. There's a few things that lift the story that have been added.
I think that's the fun too. I think when you take a play and put it, on film, you get the space and the creativity of that medium that you don't in a play that only might have 2-3 characters. Yeah. So to really flesh it out and to build that world is something that you can do on camera that you can't on stage, and I think that's where it shines.
What do you think the difference will be in the audience in terms of seeing it on screen as opposed to seeing it live in the theater?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
They actually, in LA, as part of Puff Festival, they showed it, the theater version, and then showed the film back to back. It was an incredible kind of eye-opening experience just to the two mediums, and I think that's a lot what this movie's about. It's about film and theater, and that's why PJ was essential to the project. He's on Broadway, and it was essential to keep that New York spirit. We shot it on LA, but we wanted to keep it pretty Shanley,
Yeah.
Pretty New York.
How do you want audiences to walk away tonight?
I want audiences to walk away with a sense of wonder. I think that death is a complicated subject, especially in America. We're very life-oriented, and there's a lot of mystery involved with the great beyond, and I hope that it makes them think and it is entertaining at the same time.
On the first day of shooting, we did talk about what's like sort of the mission statement with the crew and what are we all working towards, and the idea is whether you have someone you've lost that's passed away or whether you've lost somebody just in geographical distance, we hope you walk out of the movie feeling like that person is close to you, because I do believe that they are.
What do you guys got coming up? Where can we look for you?
Oh, sure. I'm the Book of Mormon, 8 shows a week on Broadway. I also run a downtown variety show called Stage Time, where I bring the best of Broadway drag, burlesque, and stand-up together for a monthly sold-out show at the Slipper Room.
Currently developing early stages, but a Western. Kind of a down and dirty Sergio Leone kind of thing. So.
Well, if you need any unassuming white men, he knows who to call.
And where can we find you guys online?
I'm at PJ Adzima on Instagram.
At The Real Dave Coleman.
This is the BTRP Media Network.